Hi there. Welcome back to my channel. Listen, I don't like being a hater. I find anger is just misplaced jealousy or insecurity 99% of the time. Welcome to the 1%. We, as a society, have fallen. Influencers? Ugh! Content creators used to be good. Creatives, funny, personality. Now it's... I don't even know. Pardon me, but I'm about to age myself here. But when I was a kid, social media was at its peak. We were in the golden age of social media. Please note, I say this lightly, because at the time, eating disorders and other harmful ideologies were at its peak. They still are, mind you, but the whole thigh gap frenzy really hit us hard as kids. We now have a completely different category of content creators / influencers now. They used to be very relatable, comically so, almost like a parody that dipped into being cringy.
Once that's done, I just hop on my bed, take ridiculously ugly selfies of myself, you do it too, and then, just go on Twitter, look up Dylan O'Brien.
And by dipped, I mean head first, full on dive. If we had to be honest. Also very neon. And bright. And loud. But now I feel like it's the exact opposite. I look at content creators who are like my age or older, and I feel like we have nothing in common. That might be just a me thing. I don't think I'm that individualistic. Granted, I did get pregnant before I was able to legally drink in the States, but still, I just personally find some content creators to be a little vapid. Little to no substance. Again, this is not applicable to all, just an FYI, but a good deal nonetheless. And what's crazy is that people eat it up. They love how shallow and out of touch these people are. And then everyone will gang up against them for some reason, and then that content creator will do something kind of funny and relatable as if they have a personality, and then people will go back to loving them again. And then the cycle continues. I am speaking specifically about James Charles here. And I say this so lovingly, but you guys are getting a little too much. It's like all of these theories and micro trends are never ending. The burnt toast theory, the blueberry milk nails. I can't. It's just blue nails. It's just blue. That's what it is. It's blue nails. Like pale blue. It's my shirt. Are we gonna call this my blueberry milk shirt? Please don't. The blueberry nails are kind of cute though, I won't lie. Maybe I should get them. Point is, I've seen a lot. I've seen too much, to be frank with you. And I try not to give into the hatred that is festering inside me for people who do not affect my life at all. But I'm feeling bitchy today, so let's get into it. A big pet peeve of mine is influencers who come off as very sincere and authentic. They cut the crap and they're like, my skin looks incredible. Here's how you get the same results with less than $50 at the drugstore. Ugh, take my money. You want to know how to smell good and not break the bank? I got it covered. Say less. Sign me up. They're not staring at themselves half the time as they're recording. They're just giving it to you straight. And that's how I felt about Vanilla Swirl.
Here are all my favorite ride or die drugstore hair care products that in my opinion are better than high end.
So Vanilla came across my feed and started giving tips for healthier looking skin. And not only was this all on a budget, she was also Canadian and she had acne prone skin, I think. I don't have acne prone skin, but it's impressive nonetheless. And her tips were amazing. It was so raw and real with zero judgments. She also then made a series about how to strategically blow up on TikTok, which I never really try and trust those people, but that's a whole other thing. Anyways, I kind of fell off of her until I saw this.
This makes me so angry that this is now a trend right now, but it's any single-use product that just isn't necessary. So think of those single-use face cloths, not necessary. It's a waste of money. Come with me to restock some of my favorite non-negotiable hygiene products. First off, I was so excited to see that these clean towels are now available at Target. And I do not spend my money on any designer. No designer shoes, purses. I thought, what better way to celebrate than getting myself a bag that I can pass down to my future daughter? This is all the makeup I own. I checked in 2022 at Sephora, I spent $5,000. That is not normal and that is not okay. I spent $700 at the Sephora sale yesterday, so let's do a haul.
Why is it always the good ones? She just fell for the basic trap that majority of influencers out there fall for. Paid promotions and the societal cost of rapidly gaining an exorbitant amount of income. To the point where you are completely disconnected from society. Sad to see, but it does happen. I honestly haven't really checked in on her for a while, but for me, I just can't stand the hypocrisy. Okay, this is a little bit later. I've changed, as you can tell, but I totally forgot to add this one little snippet. This is a rant, and I meant to add this and I forgot to add it. But like, there's so many, like, I'm so bothered by like nowadays the trends and all the content creators and all the influencers. They're so like posh, like they're very expensive, and I just miss, hold on, I just miss the days where everyone looked cheap. Like when I was a kid growing up, like, did we all have eating disorders? Yes. Oh my god, the days of Tumblr were insane. None of us ate, and we had cheap. The most expensive we got was Victoria's Secret. If you bought Victoria's Secret, you were rich. But you know what was popular back then? Bath and Body Works perfume, for some reason. EOS lip balm, Baby Lips lip balm, like L'Oreal mascara. We cared less about the price of things and if they were at Sephora or not. And we cared about how cool they looked. I was shopping the other day and I was looking at NYX, and they have a face primer that's like, the theme of it is like, oh, it's so strong like glue. And it looks like glue, and a glue stick, but like the liquid glue. It looked so cool, and my first thought was, oh my god, that would have killed in 2014. Everyone would be reposting that on Tumblr. Nobody likes it because it's at the drugstore. I miss cheapness. It was so good. It was so like authentic, and it was so relatable. I just feel like I'm aging myself terribly. Am I wrong? You know what? Fuck it. I don't care. I'm not wrong. I'm so tired of these children at Sephora. Get them out of there. Bring them back to daycare. It's ridiculous. We can all be hypocrites, but there's a line. It's just obvious to me that the more money you make, the more oblivious you become, and the more privileged you become. You just fall into an entirely different bracket of society where you're too disconnected from normal, mundane people like us. Also, a job as an influencer is definitely different than your normal 9 to 5. Also, it did start to bug me that right when she blew up, she started making tips on how to blow up yourself. No, I don't like that. It also bugged me that right as she started gaining traction, she started making series about how you can blow up on TikTok too. She started taking on clients. Like, just because you're an influencer, especially a new one, doesn't give you the credibility to take on clients, have them pay you, and give them advice. It's right up there with the podcast bros who try to sell you their courses on how to get 6 figures and land women every week. Vanilla, I love you. I'll keep your tips. But it's time for you to be sentenced. And you are sentenced to only using Claire's for any and all makeup purposes. Now we're transitioning into the bane of my existence. A peek into what purgatory looks like for me. Family content creators. There's a line. There's a limit. As a mom myself, I do like watching other moms. When I say that, I strictly mean Zoe Sugg. And Zoe Sugg alone. She's a content creator who's a mom, not a mom content creator. That's the difference. A family that's been popping up all over my For You page and has sparked a bunch of parodies. It's Izzy and Mary and their dad, Miguel.
Blue glazed donut.
You've probably ran into them on your TikTok For You page, but they are 2 girls, 2 sisters, who are in their kitchen and they have a whole bunch of food laid out in front of them. And then the parent will call out the food, and whoever grabs it first gets to keep that food item. They also do bottle flipping, where they flip a bottle and then they get to choose whatever food they want, and then they have to keep eating. You get it, it's fine. It seems harmless. These are fun games to play with friends and or family. However, it's obvious one of the girls is not in as good as physical health as her sister. Also, her behavior in the videos, well, it's not the most charming thing I've seen. she's the person where you root for their demise, let's say.
Shamrock Shake.
Let go. Let go. I got you.
And this is what people are making parodies of. And this is the part that bothers me. Like, the parents read the comments. They see the parodies. You would have to. They're all over. They're being tagged in them. They know what they're doing. The parents know what they're doing. And they choose to continue doing it, but also enhance it. Like, the food is insane, especially for teenagers. They will have like a dozen donuts, 4 deep fried hot dogs with Doritos on them, 4 huge American-sized drinks, and like a large pizza with everything on it. And these 2 girls are like John Cena and Kane, locked and loaded, trying to get the last piece of the curly fry. But what makes it worse, what angers me, is the performance of it all. Like, your children are not circus monkeys. It's one thing for them to be in plays and performances like that. That's normal and consensual, and also does not require the exploitation of your child. But they are 1,000% using their children as rage bait in the comments.
Broccoli.
Here, have a carrot.
It's still your turn. You're good this time.
Yes.
They want to get that engagement. They want to get that sponsorship. And I loathe it. There's so many. I need to form a proper list for all of this. Number 1, the exploitation of your child. Starting off strong, jail immediately. Number 2, feeding your child so much sugar and oil and fat and fast food and making that your brand and whole personality online. Number 3, filming them hitting each other for views. Number 4, allowing it to continue, knowing damn well of all of the parodies out there and the comment on the parody videos and their own videos as well. Those daughters see those parodies. Those daughters read those comments. It is nothing fruitful but create more self-esteem issues for them. For teenage girls, like, they don't need any more self-esteem issues. We as a society have created enough for them. They're good. Number 5, also getting your daughter, who's obviously in significantly less better physical health than the other one, to act out being visibly disgusted at healthier foods. No parole for you. 6, and lastly, and maybe I'm reaching here, but also having your daughter, when she gets the fast food or the unhealthy food, and have her slowly eat it in front of the camera, it makes me feel uncomfortable. Why are you doing that? You are the parent. You are it's one thing if she's doing it. You're the parent. You're filming it. You're editing it. You're putting it up online. You can tell her, hey, don't make those reactions. Let's tone it down a little bit. You choose not to. That comes across as fetishization. Is no one else seeing this? She's a minor. They have so many controversial layers that I'm sure Shrek would be speechless at this. All right, the next one is minor, but still irritating. Maybe that's dramatic. Oh well. All right, there was this micro TikToker who made a post. First of all, this is such pick-me behavior. And secondly, ugh. Okay, listen. First of all, it's one thing to be a jerk on the internet, to be prancing around and saying, oh, look at me, I'm so skinny, I'm so glad I'm not disgusting and fat. But this girl, she has hypothyroidism.
Here's everything I eat in a day as a girl with hypothyroidism trying to heal her hormones, but also stay as lean as I can. So
for those of you at home who don't know what hypothyroidism is, don't worry, I'll let you know right now. Hypothyroidism is a thyroid disease. Thyroid, it's a little hormonal gland you got right here in your throat. It produces, I think it's T4. It's a hormone. When you have hypothyroidism, that means your thyroid gland is not producing enough of that hormone. So what does this mean? What symptoms do you have? First of all, loss of hair, skin issues like peeling, drying, acne breakouts, difficulty with sleep, and excessive weight gain. When I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism, that's right, I got that shit too. I went from a size 8 to a size 16 in less than a year. I also struggled with hair loss and skin issues, whatever. So she's got a lot of balls to be going around prancing, being thankful that she's not fat, that she's skinny and how gross it would be to be fat, when she could easily be one of these people that she's so scared of being. That's what pisses me off the most. And you know what? I'm not even gonna give you a sentencing, because unlike you, I know the struggles of dealing with untreated hypothyroidism, and I'm not going to wish you any harm because I know how bad it could be. But I do hope that all the meals that you eat are as bland as your personality suggests. Last and most definitely least decent of all things good and nice and authentic in the world, this thing.
You should jump in. You said you wanted to swim.
You told me to jump in.
I didn't tell you to jump in.
I can't swim.
She's drowning in the lake.
I don't even want to say her name. I don't want to give her the clout. She is the reason why I hesitate to say that I'm a feminist. Girl, when I say that I fight for women's rights, please know that you are excluded from that statement. I can't stand this thing. She is an influencer. She's no good. She's not original. She's rage bait. She lacks empathy. She lacks any trace of ambition, integrity, kindness, respect. She has nothing better to do than copy other influencers who have done nothing to her. Like, she literally copies them, pose for pose, song for song, word for word, and then makes up rumors about them. And when she's not busy doing that, she goes on stream, finds homeless women, and dares them to jump into water for $20. And then when the homeless woman then says that she's struggling because she can't swim, then she says, "Oh, but I didn't tell you to jump in the water. You're crazy. What are you saying?" And then she dips, abandoning that woman, and then later sees the ambulance driving right past her to the lake where that homeless woman jumped. Your sentence, I hope you eat shit. That was authentic. You can't relate. Listen, like I said, I don't love doing these. I don't love anger. I don't love feeling frustration, but you gotta let it out sometimes. Release the Kraken. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hope it was nice. Authentic. You guys don't have to jump into water for me, so that's always good. Please take care of yourselves. See what you don't like in the world and vow yourself to never do that kind of stuff. You can't control other people, but you can control yourself. Unless apparently if there's a flaming hot Cheetos hot dog in front of you and you just gotta grab it. I don't know. I've never had one. Maybe that's what my issue is. Where am I going with this? If you guys like this, please be sure to subscribe. We would love to have you in my little gang. That's a heart. My little community. And if you like streamers who don't dare homeless people to jump into voids of water for $20, follow me. I stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 7:30 PM EST. I also have a TikTok and I have an Instagram. If you so desire, you may follow. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later.